All right, gang, we're back with our CrossFit and at-home Metcon for Monday, June 28th. 8-minute AMRAP today, 10 box jumps, followed by 8 lateral deadlifts per side, and then 8 single arm sumo deadlift high pulls per side. On box jumps today, let's focus on good mechanics, hip width takeoff, not too far back from that box, 1.5 to 2 feet. From there, it's 2 motions. It's a load, so we come down into a power position with our chest just a little bit deeper than what we're used to. Arms go back straight, knees go out a little wider than toes, and then as we jump, it's one arm motion to the way on the way to the top. And then we're landing with those feet a little bit wider in shoulder width. And then another key point here is that we're landing with hips higher than our knees. Also, we're trying to create as much power as we can with this movement. So the better you are at this box jump, higher I want those hips landing, and that way you're getting more power out of that jump each time. Stepping down between those reps, if you can get into the habit of it, try alternating your step downs so you're not always stepping down with the same foot. If you're not ready for that higher box jump, I encourage you to go to a height that's low enough for you to jump to versus doing a step up, so that way you can start working that jump a little bit higher into that bigger box height. If you're always subbing with a step up, you're never getting the opportunity to work on that jump. So that might mean stacking a couple plates, using a 12-inch box, whatever's going to give you a height that you can comfortably jump to for several reps. After that, we've got our lateral deadlifts. You can use kettlebell or dumbbell on this movement today. So if you're at home, just use what you've got. We're going to start with object in suitcase position. One arm out to the side, you'll be stepping towards this arm. As we step out, that leading leg is going to bend. This isn't a squat, this is a hinge. So our chest is still down, it's not up, and our hips are going to be about halfway as far as height is concerned between our knee and our shoulder. One motion back up to that suitcase position, belly tight at the top, sending those hips back, touching right between the arches of the feet, and then standing back tall. You'll go from 8 on one side right into 8 on the other side, and then you'll move into those single arm sumo high pulls. On that sumo stance, you're going to be a little wider than shoulder width. What we're looking for here is wide stance, toes angled out, but we can still get our knees out as wide as our ankles. So there's all these little tricks about what you should do to set up for your sumo with like rolling your toes out 2 or 3 times. At the end of the day, it comes down to your hip mobility and your lever length, and can you keep those knees as wide as your ankles? From there, flat back position in the bottom, driving those knees out wide. Object starts right between the arches of the feet. And then another thing I want you to watch out for today is do not let that heel come off the ground. We drive through our heel, we extend the hip and the knee, but we don't extend the ankle. So we don't want to come up in the toe. We want to keep that heel glued throughout. Fast hips, fast knees. Finish with the arms. That finish point is your fist as high as your collarbone with your elbow above your fist. So don't pull back on this motion. Don't leave that elbow down. We want that elbow to be above the fist throughout. Once again, fast hips, fast knees, up straight at the top. Think about waiting until you hit that extension point with your legs before that arm ever moves. If we bend that elbow early, then we lose a lot of that leg power that we could have put into the belt. So after those 8 reps on one side, we'll go right into 8 reps on the other side, and that completes your round. 8 minutes, 10 box jumps, 8 lateral deadlifts per side, then 8 sumo high pulls per side. Pick a weight that's going to keep you moving throughout all those sets without having to take a break. So if you're having to set down and break sets up into 4 or 4, something like that, that tells you you've gone a little bit too heavy. Drop weight, stick with something that you can move with constantly. Good luck on today's Metcon, and we'll see you back for Tuesday's workout.